I love the hustle, man.
All right, so we are back on that No Rim. This is not a full podcast, but there's a couple things that have happened over the last few days, and we had to hop on here and get with y'all, man, talk about it. But before we get to that, man, I go by the name of Stealth. We got my boy, Doughboy Bush, man. We are here back with another video for you guys. If this is your first time to our channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video, comment, let us know what you guys think about the topics. Man, we this fool Gilbert Arenas, man.
Oh, you jump right into it, huh?
Oh man, this guy Gilbert Arenas. For you guys that don't know, Gilbert Arenas is a former basketball player, former guard. He used to play for the Wizards. I believe he played for the Warriors for a little bit. He might have hopped around after that for a little bit. I don't know. The thing with Gilbert Arenas now, he is a podcaster, and he has some things to say about Demar Derozan. He felt like Demar Derozan should have went to another team. Why didn't you go to a bigger city? Why'd you go to Sac? But it was kind of like this, the energy behind it. It was like, man, it was like, fuck Sacramento. Like, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Like, man.
Yeah, that was a lot. Oh, indeed.
Like, what's going on? So when I first saw that, I'm like, bro, like, why he getting that Sacramento like that? Like, I didn't, the energy just seemed kind of just like out of nowhere, kind of like unnecessary. That was like the perfect word for it. I'm gonna let you sound off, man. I don't really got too much to say about it because I just kind of looked at it and I was like, all right, but hold on. Before you get to that, I just want to tell you the teams just to get it right. So he played for Golden State. He got drafted by Golden State, I believe. Then he played most of his career in Washington. You talk about Sacramento, but like you played for the Wizards. You never won nothing there anyway. And then he went to Orlando for a year, and then the last year, look, he played in Memphis in 2011, 2012. That's been that long since he played. Golly.
Yeah.
Damn, he got drafted in 01. Damn, these years go by quick. He got drafted in 01, yeah.
He's same age as us.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that. So he played for about 4 teams. Never won anything. He's never played in a big market. I mean, I guess you wouldn't, I guess we consider bigger markets like LA, New York. I consider Chicago a big market, but he was kind of down. He was kind of down in Chicago, like, oh, you play in Chicago? Well, yeah, I'm like, bro, Chicago is a large market. It is a big city. What are you talking about? Some people consider the Bay Area a big city. It may not be like New York or whatever, but it's a large population, LA, very expensive to live. There's a lot of people there. They have baseball teams, football teams, over the years. So I feel like it's a large market as well. But whatever. He just had a lot to say about Sacramento Kings. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, like I said, I know he wanted the hometown discount. He wanted DeRozan, being that he's from LA. Arenas is from LA too as well. And he figured like, hey, come home, come to LA, come play with LeBron, come play with AD, come play for the Lakers.
So Arenas is from LA as well.
Yeah, he is from the Valley. So.
Okay.
He felt like, all right, well, you're out there. Why would you not want to come here to come play for him? So, he got mad because DeRozan decided to go ahead and go to Sacramento to go ahead and play for the Kings instead. Now, for me, I don't have an issue with players picking the teams or who they want to go ahead and go play for, sign, whether signing or being traded to. My thing was, it's like, hey, look, you got to look at it from a player standpoint. Gil used to be a player. You understand what it takes to go ahead and get these contracts, where you might want to go ahead and go play for the next several years or so. You got to understand DeRozan's on the tail end of his career. So it's like, maybe he didn't want to be part of the quote unquote shit show that LA has going on right now for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And not saying that they're, in total disarray and that they're not a playoff team. I definitely respect what they got going on in their organization because they've been there. But, when you got the new hiring of the coach, with JJ Redick, then you got the tail end of LeBron and then AD, and then I'm just drafting Bronny and things of that nature. Maybe DeRozan didn't want to be a part of that, and that's the reason why he wanted to go ahead and go to Sacramento. My only issue was that I seen from watching this little YouTube rant on this channel, Gil's Arena, is that
I don't watch it, so I don't know the title of it or nothing. I've never watched it.
Well, I mean, I caught it off, so I caught it, whatever case may be, last night. And I think the podcast hasn't even been up for more than an hour or two, maybe. Me being a 916 brother, you being a 916 dude as well.
Everybody know, just for context, we are from Sacramento. I don't know if we've ever said that. We haven't really had like a ask us questions thing, like if y'all want to just know who we are, because we just kind of came out of nowhere with this content. So if y'all ever want to know, like, if we can do a video like that as well, just kind of talking about us and how we became, into being fans of the Kings and things like that, or just supporters, whatever you want to call it. But we are from Sacramento. I just want to say that real quick. But go ahead, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so I didn't have the issue with the whole, DeRozan choosing Sacramento over the Lakers. My thing was that when Gil went on a rant talking about how terrible Sacramento is, we got the ugliest people in this, the ugliest people out there. It's Cowtown. All we do is play. Was it bingo or something like that? It's like, come on, bruh. Don't be a clown, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
but that Cowtown thing is so tired. Like,
it's outdated, bro.
I feel like somebody said that back in the 90s, and like it's just sticking with these players. Like, and it's like, bro, and I know, like, back in the day, like when Gilbert was playing, like, I'm sure that when he came in from the airport, he would see all these fields. Because here's the thing, right? If you guys,
they put the arena way out there in Thomas.
If you guys have never been to Sacramento, basically what it is, when you come through our airport for years and years and years, coming from the airport, coming into the city, it was nothing but field, right? So the city pretty much starts after you get to like downtown, and then it's like you go kind of outwards. Players came from the airport to downtown, so all they saw was field and then downtown. So it looked like, oh, nothing's here.
Definitely,
there's a whole lot more to Sacramento. And I've been here like all my life. I've never seen one cow. I don't know where that whole cow thing comes from. No, for real, I don't know where that comes from, bro.
I don't know neither, man. You know what I mean? Now back in the day, I could probably say, okay, when it was pretty much when they were developing Sacramento. It probably was some cows during that time frame, probably before I was even born during that time frame. But for you to completely just say, "Oh, this is what Sacramento's about,"
it's just tired. It's just tired. Yeah,
and like Cowtown, and yeah, it is. It's like, come on, man. Now, granted, I live here in LA now. Born and raised in Sacramento. I chose to make a move for career wise. Mm-hmm. Now, for you to go ahead and kind of like disrespect Sacramento, just like, oh man, it's ugly people out there. Well, what makes ugly people in Sacramento?
Right.
Because last time I checked, from what my homeboys tell me when I tell them from Sac, they be like, bro, y'all got a bunch of beautiful chicks out there, man.
It's known.
Beautiful people in general.
It's known that Sacramento has beautiful women, bro. Like, people know that. Like,
for sure.
We're not lacking in that department in the city. I'll tell y'all that right now.
Not at all. I don't know what had changed in the wife. And let's be clear, she was from Oakland. She did work for the Sacramento organization. I don't know if she left a bad taste in your mouth after you guys got your divorce or whatever. That's none of my business.
The way he said it sounded so personal. I'm like,
the way he was throwing a tantrum, bro. When he was saying, you hear all of his voice.
Yeah, like the energy.
Oh, man, Sacramento.
The way he was looking, man, fuck Sacramento.
Yeah,
you good, bro? Like,
it's like, come on, man.
You know what's crazy? I've never said that about not one city in America. I've never, fuck Chicago. Like, you just sound weird. Like, you're weird.
Not at all.
Like, you weird, bro. And that's one of the things we do say in California. If you a weirdo, you think Gilbert, you looking like he knows that though. He knows that though, bro. Like you a weirdo, bro.
I respect him, like the homie said on his ESPN talk show. My homeboy Kenny, I'm shouting him out. I respect him as a ball player. I respect him because he got to the elite level. He made millions. You know what I'm saying? But for you to disrespect and discredit the city, it's like, man, every city.
No. But you know what's crazy?
Has its pros and cons.
You know what's crazy? You're trying to disrespect the city for attempting to get better and improve their team.
Better.
It's like.
Right, exactly.
Even if you're Gilbert Arenas, okay, Gilbert, you know hoop, right? You know hoop, so we have now Fox, Sabonis, Keegan, DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As of now, we still have Herter and Keon Ellis. Those are good basketball. But Trey Lyles, you can see the team trying to get better. It's like dudes like him, like, and I always say this, bro. Like, sometimes people's perception of a certain place or maybe a person or a thing they always had that same mindset in their mind that this is who this person is, or this is who this city is, or this is who this team is, and like you can't change, you can never get better. Like people had that mindset. You and I talk about that just in personal life all the time. Like when people had that put you in that box, they don't want to. They want to keep you over there. The Sacramento Kings and the city of Sacramento is changing. It is growing. It is getting better.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
sure.
Especially when you talk about the Kings. Like we just reached the playoffs the year prior to last season. I feel like, if it wasn't for maybe injuries with Monk and a couple other guys, just
they would have got there.
We probably would have made the playoffs again. Sure. And you go into this offseason and you're trying to get better, and you get an acquisition like Demar Derozan, and you're like, well, why would you go there, bro? Gilbert Arenas, again, you know basketball. We all know basketball. If you look at this roster, you know DeMar DeRozan is one of the guys that can help put this team in position to actually contend and compete. Like you and I talk about this all the time. Like we talked about this on the podcast. Us two, Teddy White, 4-5. Like, so like being that one player away, or getting that one player to kind of put you over the top. To where it's like, now it's like, and that's how people are looking at the Kings right now, right? You got DeMar DeRozan, who, last season he averaged 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. You're adding that to Keegan, De'Aaron, Sabonis, and Monk. Mm-hmm. Gilbert, how do you look at that and be like, why? Just because like you feel like he should have went? Oh, why don't you like big cities, bro? Why don't you like big? Like, you sound stupid, bro. Like shut up, like. It's just corny, bro. Like,
sure. and then it's like Chicago. How you discredit Chicago because you said it's cold in Chicago?
It's cold. So what?
Come on, man.
You played in DC your whole career,
right?
What are you talking about?
It's an 82 game season. How often are you at home for 82 games, bro? You split that in half. Let's just be real.
Man, I always tell people when they talk about, especially in the NBA, when people talk about playing in certain cities, you're only in that city for 6 months out of the year, and in the summer you can go wherever you want. So in the winter, you don't need to be in a hot city. What you're going to kick it in the winter, like when you really should be focused on your game and your job and basketball.
On your game,
yeah. Exactly. Like, and then you have the whole pretty much spring and summer to do what you want, and a little going into the fall. Like you have all that good time weather to travel, go to whatever city you want, and it's just like, bro, like it's just weird. That's always been weird to me when people say stuff like that. Like, and again. You talking about it's cold in Chicago, bro? You played in DC for the majority of your career.
DC is cold.
The Northeast gets super cold, bro. So what are you talking about, bro?
Yes,
like,
for sure.
He just made no sense, bro.
But usually because it's chocolate city and it's things to go ahead and do out there.
Strip clubs?
Things like
strip clubs? Let's be real. Okay, I will say that Sacramento don't really got that. Sac don't really have that, but. I ain't gonna lie, man. We so P that we don't gotta pay to go see no women get naked. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man.
Hell no,
if you know you know what I'm talking about. Like you don't need that
for real.
And we're not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And no, I'm just saying that's just my thing. It was just like, what do you knock in Sacramento for? What was the biggest issue of knocking Sac for? Then I hear him say on the podcast, he wants to go ahead and go there so he can just light the beam. Like, what you want to just be known for lighting the beam and letting people see the beam from outside?
Bro, we're going to win basketball games.
They're building a culture.
Yes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And right now, and no knock to the Lakers at all. I do feel like with the rosters, the way they're built as of right now, with the Lakers and the Kings have the better roster.
I agree.
So I'm sure DeRozan looked at it like that too.
Younger too.
Younger as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, well, look, I might only be able to play with LeBron for
3 years.
2 years.
Well, because he's 3 years. He's 34 now. He's actually next month on the 7th. He's going to be 35.
He'll be 35.
So
what? DeRozan has another 2 or 3 years?
I say maybe 3, 4, maybe max. If you stay healthy, maybe 39 if he wants to. But this is
right.
I think he's probably going to play this contract out and retire. You know what I mean? So let's have this 3-year run with Keegan, with Fox, Sabonis, Monk. They're pretty much all on the same timeline at this point. Make this push.
Definitely.
Maybe continue to get better, make a move. Kind of side note, they were talking about Kuzma still might be an option for the Kings. You do that. Okay. If you do that.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Oh, yeah. You top 4 for sure.
Along with you're able to,
no doubt.
Being able to keep
and
Keegan.
And with that bench, if you're able to keep that bench and keep Keegan, yes, for sure.
What team? I got a question for you. What team in the West will be better than that roster?
Yeah,
let's be real.
Better than who?
If you were able to add Kuzma to what we have now Okay, let's just say you take Herter out, add Kuzma. Now you have Kuz, DeRozan, Fox, Sabonis, Murray, Monk, Ellis. You know what I'm saying? Like Carter,
it's crazy,
Lyles.
That team is deep, and it kind of reminds you of the 2000, the 99-2000 team, with 2000, that whole little 90s, early or late 90s, early 2000s run when they had Webb and Bibby and all the rest of them. They might be borderline ready to go ahead and get to that level. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, so I think it's there. I think this team.
I think it's there too as well. They only missed a couple pieces.
I think this team.
They got one now.
I feel like this team might be better than that team.
So it's like, Gil, what's the issue, bro? What's the problem?
It really sounded like, hey, and again, if you take him out of character and really sit him down and talk to him, he knows this is a good roster. I don't know why he's hating just on Sacramento. If you take this same team and put it in Los Angeles, you're gonna be like, oh yeah,
he wouldn't have done the same, bro. He'd be excited about it.
Yeah.
Because it's in Sacramento,
right?
And it's cow town, and they had the ugliest people. Like,
he was just saying stuff that made no sense. Nothing he said. Let me say this. I don't want to say that because I did not listen to the whole pod, so I don't know if he said anything related to basketball. But what I heard from the short clip, it was all just about the city, ugly people, Cowtown, tumbleweeds.
And that's the reason why. And that's the reason why me and you were talking through text. I was like, hey, let me just go ahead and address the situation real quick, because it's like,
did he say anything related to basketball? Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't basketball related at first. You know what I'm saying? For like the first 7-minute rant that he was on, even BJ was on that. You know, Brandon Jennings was on that too as well. You know, he wasn't going as far in depth. He just
wanted to co-sign with his master. That's all that was.
Right. You know what I mean? But one thing I do respect about him, though, he did say that he was not mad about DeRozan going to Sacramento.
Oh, did he say that?
He said, yeah, because he said they have a better team right now. He's like, they have the better squad right now. I see the reason why he decided to go ahead and sign over there. Mm-hmm. And that's when Gil went to go ahead and go on this little rant about, the whole city of Sacramento at that point.
And again,
it's like, bro, like, at this point, it's like, Gil, just let's be transparent, bro. We're all in our early 40s. At this point, for us, we're not looking for the lifestyle of the nightlife.
Bro, Demar Derozan is
have developed so much, bro. They got so much going on around there.
Bro, Demar Derozan is married. Like, why you talking talking about strip clubs and women? You know what I'm saying? Like, like he's here trying to win a championship. He's here to try to make this team even better and be that piece that this team needs in order to get back into the playoff picture. Again, they almost won 50 games without him, and with the hurt Malik Monk, they won 46 games. To me, you add DeMar DeRozan, and if Monk can stay healthy all season, like that is worth another 5, 6, maybe 7 games in itself. Now, when you talking about that, you're a top 3, 2. Hey, who knows how you're top 3 in the West.
You go through 1 through 5 or 1 through 6 right now with that roster, bro. Let's just be real.
Come on,
1 through 5 or 1 through 6 easily with the roster the way it's built right now. If they decide not to make no moves,
and
but your biggest issue, like I said, because it's Sacramento.
That's it. So I don't know. I just feel like that it was just silly, and he kind of got Sacramento talking about it. It's giving us content to talk about, but at the same time, it's just like, bro.
Well, yeah, of course. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, put the spotlight back on Sac. I'm with that 110%.
What I don't like about it is not necessarily like that you're talking about Sac. It's just like, bro, like that's your content, and that lets me know. That's why I don't watch you. Like, because when I watch basketball content and stuff like that, I want to like learn something or something that's like.
Definitely.
That I'm interested in, the topic that I'm interested in.
That's will stick with you. Yeah. You'll be like, okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you're talking about cow towns and tumbleweeds and women. It's like.
Right, exactly.
Who cares about
let's
that?
Be real. Like, I mean, if we go back, let's be honest. So if we go ahead and go back, right, and if we go ahead and figure out how to go ahead and talk to somebody like a Chris Webber and have him on the show. Somebody like a Mike Bibby, you know what I mean?
And they were here when Sacramento wasn't as developed as it is now.
Right, exactly.
It's a totally different. It's a totally different place now. No, he didn't.
Right, he didn't want to come Sac.
No,
but once he got to Sacramento and got acclimated and seen what it was about, he loved it.
Yeah.
To the point where he even opened up with his own restaurant out there at one point.
Yeah.
You feel me? So. For you to make that terrible take, it's just like, come on, bro, don't be a clown.
Yeah,
don't be a clown.
It was silly.
I don't know who put a sour taste in your mouth, man, about Sacramento, but straighten that up, buddy.
Yeah, no, that was definitely.
You sound like a chump right now, man.